This week on Let's Try This Again.
Cadence almost died.
What?
I had peripartum cardiomyopathy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was on the transplant list.
What?
If I would have fallen asleep one more time, I would have passed. They said it's just a fluke thing that happens with black women, sometimes over 30.
Wow.
So take care of yourself, ladies. That situation definitely made me count my blessings. Having them separately, that was a different kind of trauma. I might fall all the way down.
Yeah.
But I'm getting all the way back up.
Yeah. You guys, what's up? It's your girl, B. Welcome to another episode.
Can't stand you.
Like, y'all know who I am. Don't
Okay.
play. Yeah, and if you new here, you true here. Make sure you stay. Don't change the channel, baby, because I got a show for y'all.
Period.
Yeah. It's your girl, B, on the 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Childish.
I'm trying to stay up.
When will the show start?
Like, I'm sleepy. Fucking tired.
Yeah. You want some entertainment? Come to Death Row. It's like, what? Okay. Hey. It's b.simone. Welcome to another episode of the Let's Try This Again podcast, where we talk about resilience, we share stories, we tell our testimonies, and we just, y'all, I had an episode with about 4 girls on the couch, me, Shekinah, Jazz, Carlin. Y'all were like, we love the girl talk. We love girls on the couch. Invite more women to the couch. So I did it. I got to the right of me. Oh, my gosh.
Hey, y'all.
Y'all know that girl group I always tell y'all about? Yeah, what was the name of it?
Fantasy.
You couldn't wait to say it.
She's like,
You know, we was cool though.
We really would have made it if we kept
We
it up.
would have.
We would have.
We would have.
We broke up.
We did.
Ooh,
we did.
Indeed,
We did.
I know.
We were
Okay.
young, childish.
We were young, and
We
there was a
had
lot going on.
lessons to learn.
Camille was much older, so she...
Listen.
She's like, let's just
Listen.
start out there.
No, Camille was like, we are going to... She was not playing. But, okay, all in all, this is Camille, you guys. This is Camille. She's from Dallas, Texas. I met her in Dallas. She was in the same girl group as me and one of my best friends, Brandy. It was us 3. We were a little
Was.
trio. Did we ever have anybody else in the group?
No, ma'am.
How did that happen?
I just
Go ahead.
Mike 360. Who was it that brought us together?
Let's just say a producer.
Okay, so a producer brought us together, and I was like, I like you. And then you were like, I got a friend, and I was like, well, where's she at? No, you modeled with me.
Okay.
First.
I modeled with you. Dang, I
Okay.
used to make money with you.
You did.
Dancing. What was that? I wasn't a stripper. I was a
No. We were just Femme Jolie models.
But what is it called? Not stripping, but what?
What we was dancing.
Go dancing?
Yes.
Go dancing. Wow. Did you do that?
Yeah,
with
girl,
me?
you used to get me
Wow.
paid. I got
Yes, I did.
$75 for a night.
Come on,
She took
75.
a little percent. Don't play. Camille was an entrepreneur.
That's about my business,
they
though.
giving us 100, but you get 75,
You
and I
know,
get my
gotta
25.
take my little cut. You know what I mean?
So we were in a girl group. This is Camille, you guys. I brought her on. She flew in from Dallas.
I did.
Thank you for being here.
You're
to
welcome.
the left of me, we have Monica. Is it like Mon Cher? Is
Monica
it
Cher.
Monica Cher? My girl from Dallas. I did hair with her at Ulta Salon. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. Y'all know I say that every episode. They like, girl, we get it. You do hair. Like, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, not a
Right.
YouTube cosmetologist. Don't play.
Right.
And we went to school together. I mean, yeah, not school, but
We worked.
worked together. I am sleepy. Y'all gotta help me through this.
Girl, did you get your nap today?
No.
Your little
So,
30-minute?
Nap time.
I remember the first day I met Braylon. Literally, I walked in the salon and I'm like, oh gosh, like I don't know any of these people here. And she's like, hey girl. And I was like, she had this red bob.
Ghetto.
Red bob, these long nails. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's so nice. Like nobody's ever that nice. Like that's so weird. But then I was like, okay, like we're probably gonna be friends. And we literally have never not been friends since. It's been like,
How many years is
I don't
that?
know, like 15 years.
Wow.
We really should do the math one day. I've never done the
And
math.
so,
but I
like,
think
when
it's,
did
like,
we
around
start
15
working
to
at
20.
Ulta together?
Right.
When did you start?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Yeah.
I don't
She used to
know.
always help me, y'all. I would be bleaching people's hair in the sink, hair coming out. I would be like, oh, I'm just going to let the conditioner sit. And I would
I
run
love it.
across
She
the
gotta
corner.
rinse
I'm
her.
like, Monica, her hair is fried off. In the sink, I have conditioner on it. Please help me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would help me a lot.
Yeah.
But-
But you're always doing like 3 at a time, literally, like, because you always wanted the most money possible.
Ever.
That was one thing about you. She was all about speed, and I was all about like high quality, like slow. You know, I was like, oh, I would never do that many people at a time. And she's like, girl, I'm trying to get this money. Like, I got to get in and out. I'm like, okay.
Bray would do a
We had
45-minute
this different way of
sew-in.
doing it, but she was great at it.
You would.
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
how I
what
learned.
What are y'all doing?
And people
His
loved
why is it
her,
taking
so
this
they
long?
didn't care. Like, you speeding through my hair, you probably maybe missed a spot, but like they just loved her.
She was
It
cute,
didn't
though.
matter. Yeah.
For sure. It's my personality
Yeah.
that kept him coming back. It's like your hair falling out, but no, I'm just kidding. I was a great I was a great stylist, but I would have like somebody under the dryer, braiding somebody down, somebody with a deep condition, and then somebody walk up, can I get a haircut? Yes.
I
would never say no.
No, never.
Yeah, I can't turn down no money. But I brought them together on this episode. Number one, we're going to have girl talk. So this is not an interview. But Camille, we do have to catch up because I have not seen you in, is it years?
It's been years.
No.
And we haven't spent time in even longer than that.
Oh, probably over a decade.
It's crazy because I've never met you. I've just always like heard of you, and I know.
Same.
Yeah. And I was like, do you know Camille? She was like, I mean, I know of her. I know of Fantasy. Yeah. I've heard this damn girl.
And I've definitely heard of you as well.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. But we're just gonna do girl talk. Y'all love the girl talk on the couch a couple episodes ago with Carla and Jazz and Shekinah, and I just brought these women for numerous reasons. Actually, they have a lot of similarities, even though they've never met. They literally met today, you guys. But they're both mothers to 2 children. She has 2 boys. She has 2 girls. They're entrepreneurs. They're like
doing a lot.
Drowning. She just turned 40.
Literally.
Monica. Oh my gosh. Look at this
gorgeous
face. Zoom in on this because this is not a 40-year-old
Queen.
face. You see them freckles.
Like, let me try to like. Okay, now zoom in.
Yes.
Try to not smile and show any wrinkles.
Get ready.
She just turned 40, single mom of 2. She is 39, single mom of 2. Entrepreneurship. And I just want to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to catch up with you because where have you been? Like, catch me up on some of your life. What has been going on?
Where do we start?
Yeah, where do we start?
So you met Cooper, right?
Cooper.
When did you meet Cooper? How little was she?
She had to be 4. Because I'm literally
4. Okay.
She had to be because
so she's 12 now.
Nuts.
Yeah, she's 12. She's in middle school.
I'm like, how's your daughter? She's 4. She's like, she's 12.
No, she's a preteen.
She keeps
You're
growing.
late.
They don't just stop.
No, she's older. I think the last time I must have saw you, she was that young. I probably first started Mom Crew.
Yeah.
Getting back into dancing, kind of starting to feel myself again.
Yeah.
I had lost my self-esteem and kind of lost myself for a while.
So what do you feel like you lost that through, like when you became a mom?
Yes.
Was it your body? Was it the changes, hormone changes? Was it?
All of that. So, danced for the NBA for a couple of years. So had to be very body conscious. Actually had to step on the scale every day, which is unrealistic in the first place. But to go from that to being over 200 pounds and then having to get that off, you're like beside yourself.
What is like your comfortable weight?
Right now, because I'm grown, I would say about 150.
Okay. So
but,
you were trying to lose about 50 pounds.
No, so back then, when Cooper was born, I wanted to be like 130, 135.
Wow. That was always our goal.
Yes.
You are the one that told me like the carbs, the this.
Yes.
She had me on point with my weight.
It was always. And I was honestly a little bit unhealthy with it and unbalanced.
Yeah.
So to add motherhood to that and the changes that you cannot help with your body, so you do lose yourself, but I started to find some ways to kind of regain my center and get back into myself, and also invite other women to join me in that confidence, because I mean, I'm sure Monica, about kind of losing your confidence for a little while.
No, I'm perfect.
No.
What do you mean?
Like, I have no idea
what you're saying. Right.
No, for sure. I definitely do.
Yeah, but and I've always danced. So doing the choreography, producing videos and concept videos, owning my business, and I had a second daughter. She's 6 now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just running like a chicken with my head cut off.
For sure.
Got my hands in this and that and this and that. And I'd really like to start honing in on 1 or 2 things what is that thing?
To take it to the next level.
That's right.
Did you feel like that when you had EJ, when you had your first baby? Like almost like trying to bounce back? Or was there any struggle becoming a first-time mom with like, not just physical appearance, but maybe the way you felt, or feeling like you had to sit down, or I'm a mom now, I can't do this, or...
The first
She's like,
time,
actually,
the first time I was cute. I was living my life. I had my little baby. I dressed him up all cute.
Yeah.
I did all the things. I feel like I was very much like, oh, this is cute. I saw this on Pinterest. I'm gonna make it for him. I like made his food. You like mash up the avocados and then you like puree all this stuff.
Yeah.
My first was cute.
Okay.
And then the second one is where I was like, I like literally felt like a completely different person. But also, even just being pregnant and having a toddler, like to me was like, I mean, that was hard in itself. And that was already showing me like, oh, this is going to be really, really different. So no, I was not like that the first time. Second one, absolutely. And it hasn't stopped since that.
And y'all both are single moms.
Yes.
Are you in a relationship?
I am not.
Are you dating?
No, ma'am.
No.
No.
You said no.
We doing that?
Where are we going with this?
We doing that?
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's rough, you know, being a single mom, and not just being a single mom, but being a business owner.
For sure.
So it's gonna take. You've got the level of being the single mom, which is already taking up your time, right? Because I'm a present mom too. So my childhood looked a lot different. My mom wasn't at all of my game. She did what she could when she, you know, when she could, but I'm very present for both of my daughters. In fact, I built a whole dance studio so that work for me could include my children.
I love
but
that.
You know what I mean? But between my kids and owning a studio and directing several dance teams, it's just going to take, number one, a secure man, because I am in the public eye. And number two, an understanding man. Number three, a supportive man. You know what I mean? And several other things that need to check those boxes. And so just getting all of those qualities in one is difficult. I mean, and you're not going to have all of those things, but right now, some of the different experiences that I've gone through have let me look more into myself and know I need to get closer to God, number one. Figure out who I want to be and who I am right now, number two, and set some goals for myself as a mother, as a business owner. How much money do I want to make?
What do you feel like parts of you, I had like 3 questions in my head as you were talking, but I didn't want to interrupt you. What do you feel like parts of you you're letting go? Because you said who you want to be, like who you are now, that those parts you want to let go.
I want to let go, or I have let go.
Wow.
Yeah. Which one?
Both.
Because
what have you let go then?
Well, that's a good question. So you come about certain opportunities that you would have had, you know, had you not become a mother. Of course, I think had I danced for the Mavericks for 2 more years, had I moved to LA when I said I was going to, you know what I mean? While I did have a lot of great experiences, I did let quite a few of them go. You know what I mean? I wouldn't change anything for the world. Of course, my beautiful daughters are blessings. And in fact, they kind of catapulted the other side of my career, which is really pouring into moms as far as their confidence. So, I mean, I've had a lot of opportunities that have come about, and honestly, owning the dance studio and having my 2 children, it's just not possible. You know what I mean? You have to say no to a lot of things, whether it's money, fun, men, you know, friends, a lot of stuff you can't just go up and do. More than just being a mom, but like I said, being a business owner and somebody that lots of people depend on. I would say a lot of those physical opportunities to be able to go and just hop up whenever you want to. You can't do that being a mom, but even more so as a business owner. You know, you have to manage and be in charge of so many people, so many things. A lot of ideas. You know, I got wacky ideas.
Like what?
Look, lots of it.
Look, give me one. Throw one out.
They come to me in the middle of the night. My brain, like I see in music.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like I see beats. So in my head, I'm choreographing. It wakes me up out of my sleep. You know, so you have to balance and train those thoughts, because number one, I have to sleep. So go to sleep, sis. Why are you still up? And number two, you have to balance your workload. So where I would like to do that concept video, I would like to do that huge production. I'd like to take on that show. I have to keep in mind, I am a mother. I have to take care of home. I have to manage my staff. I have to do all of these things.
Priorities are a little different.
You know what I mean? And not just my kids depend on me, but people pay me money for their kids to depend on me. Right. You know what I mean? So I have to deliver in so many other aspects. And I guess I've gotten a slice of humble pie since opening my studio and becoming more of a brick and mortar owner, because I've had to really take away from myself as far as being the focal point and understand that my purpose is greater. My purpose is actually to instill the confidence that I have in other people. Beginner dancers, you know, women that have never danced, women that have used to dance. That child that may be on the spectrum, you know what I mean? And they're a little bit touched or different, you know what I mean? Gifted, you know, that really is where my heart lies, but it takes a while to come out of the limelight. Being an NBA dancer, being in a singing group, you know, meeting all the celebrities and people that we've been around, and really having to just kind of
come back and push everybody else to that forward.
That's right. And then I'm being humble enough to push everyone to have those experiences, because that really is where my passion is.
Yeah.
And so that's something I'm still working out. It did take a couple of years for me to be okay
Kinda
with
accept
that.
it,
Accept that I'm moving more into a leadership position, into more of a mentorship position, and into more of I don't need to be in the public eye to be famous.
Yeah.
I want to be in the public eye to make a difference.
That's good.
You know, and that's
good.
That's just maturity and growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So while I'm cute, okay, and I can still hit the stage and burn it up.
Yeah.
And I still do with Mom Crew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We perform and stuff, but the purpose has shifted a little bit.
And I think, Mo, you're a little different. Well, for me, because I'm your friend, and maybe you tell me your experience. It's just like, I kind of had to give this up. I don't feel like you gave up a lot or had to make I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking for you, so you correct me if I'm wrong. But you balanced it so well that you almost had the same life when you became a mom.
Yeah, I think I luckily did so much before I was a mom. So I feel like I was pretty much in a completely different spot once I had kids. So I didn't yearn for stuff that I was missing. However, I definitely feel like I don't know. I don't feel like I'm held back by having kids, but there's definitely a part of me that's damn, I want to just up and go do something. It's you have to obviously think of every single person before you think of yourself. So even coming here, it's well, who's gonna watch the kids? Who's gonna make sure this is their homework is done? Because somebody might watch the kids, but who's gonna sit there? My kids go to school in French. They have to look at the freaking translator and help the kids, and who's gonna do that? So it's I wouldn't say that it's just the exact same life. I just know that it actually started in 2021, which I think my oldest at that point, let me do the math, was 6 or 7 or whatever. And that I made the conscious decision to start getting back to what I used to kind of be which was, first of all, just every now and then posting pictures of myself. I was weird. It was I was always posting my kids, and then I was posting me and my kids, or I was posting an event that me and my kids went to, and I was wait,
before I was a mom,
I'm looking cute sometimes, and nobody sees that. So there was a time that I was intentional about it. So I wouldn't say I just seamlessly did that. I feel I was very intentional about getting back to myself. So now I give myself that grace to be girl, you might need a weekend off, and your friend invited you to Jamaica, go.
Yeah.
But it's I have to kind of force myself to do that. And so I don't think that it was as seamless as it may look from the outside, because I still feel the guilt doing it. I still feel,
mom guilt.
I get chills even when I say that, because I still feel it. Even just being here was hard.
Yes.
But I definitely was very intentional about it, because there was a point in time where I don't remember if I was getting my nails done for some years. I wasn't doing anything with my hair. I wasn't doing anything with my body.
Wow.
I was just so focused on being a mom, and like you said, a present mom. Not every mom. There's a lot of moms. I mean, I'm not talking down on anybody, but I have a lot of friends that literally
drop their kids
whatever.
Off. Yeah. Whoever.
They got all kind of babysitters. They got all kind of family friends.
No.
My kids pretty much stay with my mom or grandma on the other side, or the dad. It's just there's no in between.
And just dropping them off anywhere.
Yeah. And so I feel being a present mom, also, that in itself, I feel is a very hard thing for me, because it's hard to find the balance in that. Because I'm very big on whatever my kids need first. And then I'm oh shit, I ain't done nothing for myself in a minute. So I would say I definitely go back and forth with how I do with that.
I see how beautiful motherhood is through people like y'all, and Carla and Jazz, who is a bonus mom, and y'all have kids. I'm I want babies. But then I see how hard it is. And then when you think, I'm I don't have kids yet. So you go down this checklist of the type of mom you're going to be. I'm not doing this with my kids. My daddy did this. I'm not doing this. My mom, you have this checklist of the type of parent you're going to be.
Yeah.
What do y'all feel you were I am not doing that? Give me both. Things that you stuck with, I was raised like this, I don't do that with my kids. And then other things where you were I'm not doing that with my kids. And you're I do that.
Yeah.
So for me,
all right, y'all, let me tell you about a real game changer. Good Americans always fits jeans, baby. Whether you're having a big lunch, grabbing drinks with friends, or just dealing with those days where your body feels a little different, those jeans have got you covered, baby. They stretch and move perfectly with your body without ever losing their shape. I've always struggled to find jeans that fit in the right places. Y'all know y'all be having those gaps in the back, too baggy on the sides. You know how it is, too tight here, too loose there. But then I found Good American. and everything changed. Their Always Fits jeans are like they were made just for me. With their incredible 4-way stretch, they adapt to your body no matter what you're doing. No more worrying about discomfort or sagging. It's like the jeans are working with you, baby. Good American was co-founded by Khloe Kardashian and Emma Grede with a mission to redefine fashion through inclusivity and comfort. You guys, their Always Fits jeans are designed to fit a range of body types from size 00 to plus size 32, baby. And the best part, these jeans don't just fit, they move with you, okay? Thanks to their gap-proof waistband and tummy smoothing technology, you'll feel confident, comfortable, and totally stylish. From skinny to boot cut, high-waisted to crop, there's a style for everyone. Ready to experience it for yourself? Use code LTTA for $50 off your first pair and find your perfect fit today. Shop now at goodamerican.com. Use promo code LTTA for $50 off your first pair. Don't forget to select podcast at checkout and choose our show and let them know we sent you. Back to the show.
I would say, especially with that first baby, like she said she made all her food and did all that stuff. I said I was going to breastfeed for 2 years. I said I was going to make all the food. First of all, I said I was going to have a natural birth, and that just couldn't happen. My body wouldn't allow it.
Okay.
But being that crunchy mom, as they would have called it, doing everything natural. I think I said I wanted to do cloth diapers. I was just kidding.
Girl,
that's terrible. Don't ever try that. That's terrible. Don't do that.
So you started out trying that?
That's, girl.
What is the
explosions and the up the back dukes
I would never.
in the cloth diapers?
No.
What was the purpose of cloth diapers?
It's good for the environment, right? That's why it's good for the
save
kids.
money.
Like,
the environment?
The environment, save money. But look.
Now the environment
and
police
like the
gonna come for me.
chemicals.
I didn't mean it like that.
But take
like
my
the
coins.
environment.
Yeah, no. But I guess the environment more so than money, I think. I think people do it
money. Mm-hmm.
so they can just, but imagine rinsing off somebody's boo-boo in the
no
sink.
So
way.
you rinse it and put it back on. You
gotta
don't throw
rinse.
it.
Well, no, you can't put it right in the wash. You gotta rinse
Jesus
it off.
Christ, Camille.
Right.
How many days did you do that? Because I know it wasn't months.
It was hours.
I don't care if my kid had a Gucci outfit on. If there was an explosion, that is going in the trash.
It's done.
Like I can't
It's
even.
done.
I don't care, cloth, whatever. No, there's just never a chance.
No, we don't need that. We're gonna ball that up.
It was hours.
Put that in the trash. Yeah. I wanted to be the crunchy mom.
What's crunchy?
Crunchy, like natural, breastfeed, just whip it out, get it in there. And it's not a bad term. It sounds bad, but it's not.
Okay.
There's a group called that, and I wanted to be part of it. It didn't work out.
Yeah, I was crunchy for a day.
For one singular day, half a day. I got too busy, and for whatever reason, couldn't lose the weight. You know what I mean? I knew I was going to get that weight off. I knew it was coming off, right? Because, my friends, I was one of 2 or 3 black girls on the Mavericks team. Both times I danced.
Yeah.
And so we're shaped different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm watching them pop out babies, and I'm watching my friends, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bounce back.
You're like, I'm black.
Yeah. So we don't roll like that.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And for one thing I said I was definitely going to do different with my kids is be at all of their stuff. You can be present, but you can't, it's not possible to be at all of their stuff.
Yes.
But there's a sense of trauma that comes from what you probably went through as a child.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And as I said, my mom, love her to death, she worked very hard to give me the life that I had. You know what I mean? So one thing I learned from her absence when I needed her when I was young is, you've got to have the balance. You have to have the balance, especially with little girls.
Yeah.
Because
they need their mothers.
They need their mothers. They need their dads, even, equally. You know what I'm saying? We really do need that. But I said that I would make everything. I'm never going to miss this. I'm always going to be there. Well, now you have 2. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you have one over here. Yep. It's not possible.
Yep.
So that is something that to this day, and I'm sure that you deal with that. You've got 2 kids, but and when you don't have a 2-parent household, so in some instances, okay, babe, you go over here to the football game. I'm gonna go over here and take little Susie over here to her recital. Mm-hmm. But you have a parent at each thing.
Yeah.
At some point, sometimes you have to split yourself.
Yeah.
So dealing with that guilt and just giving myself grace.
Yeah.
Because of the trauma that I did go through, and a few of the abandonment issues and just allowing myself to do what I can. You know what I mean?
How is your relationship with your mother now?
I mean, we've always had a close relationship. There are a couple of things that I have disclosed to her and told her, you know, that while I know she loved me and she got me the braces, you know, she taught me how to take care of my hair and my skin and be beautiful. There are a few things that were missing. You know what I mean? There are a few inside things that were missing. There are a few inside things that were missing, and just learning how to grow up, be a woman. You know what I'm saying? To stand up for yourself. These are the kind of men you want. I never saw my mom with a husband.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And that means a lot, which might attest to why I'm single. You know what I mean? Because I only saw strength. I only saw independence. I only saw make $150,000, put it down on a $2 million house, bag, I got it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, and we're in such a generation of, I don't need a man, and I'm certainly not her.
Okay.
God gonna bring me my husband.
I know
okay,
that's right.
You know what? He is
That's
going
how
to.
me and Mo be.
Yeah.
Like,
He's going to present me whole to him.
Yes.
Right? He's going to present you. He's going to be whole, and you're
Say
going to be
me
whole.
too.
Come on.
Me too.
You
Look,
like,
but he
yeah,
got to
me
come
too.
through me first.
You said
I got to
her,
do.
but
I got to
you
scream.
say me.
No,
You gonna
we
say
all
me
in it
too?
together.
Okay,
This girl
okay.
talk.
Yes, I know.
If I say you, it's you. Yeah, we in it together. sis.
Okay.
Look.
Let me manifest too.
Look, you know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
like that might attest to some of the issues that I've had, you know, being a little bit hyper independent and having to understand my femininity a little bit better over the years, you know? But we have to grant ourselves grace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even for the relationships that don't work out.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because we're all a product of our experience. So, you know, and those are the things that you have young men. I have little girls. You know what I mean? So we both have to do our part to make sure that they don't experience those same traumas. You know what I mean?
What
So
about you, Mo?
your
Go ahead.
kids were pretty far apart. Was that intentional? Because that seems almost like, to me, that
Starting over.
It's nice.
It
Yeah, but
was.
it also can be hard. Yeah.
Actually, Cooper is a little nanny.
Helpful.
She's very she was 6 when Cadence was born.
Wow. Yeah.
And she right away took to diapers, making the bottles, holding her head, you know, making sure that she was gentle, sleeping with her, you know, just she was a little nanny. So it is helpful. It was a start over.
Yeah.
So you have to re-experience that trauma again. And actually with Cadence I almost died.
What?
So I didn't tell you that.
What happened?
I had peripartum cardiomyopathy.
Which is what?
Cardiomyopathy is the enlargement of the heart.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was on the transplant list.
What?
If I would have fallen asleep one more time, I would have passed.
What?
Yep, that happened to me 6 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so they said it's just a fluke thing that happens with Black women, sometimes over 30.
Wow.
So take care of yourself, ladies, you know, and I'm an athlete. The doctor was like, it's just one of those things, you know what I mean, that happened. But that situation definitely made me count my blessings, but having them separately, that was a different kind of trauma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the relationship not working out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So lots of different things. It was
of
a
bounce
blessing.
backs.
A lot of
try again.
A lot of get up and fall down, get on back up, and try it again.
Always been like that though.
I've always tripped and
been
I might fall all the way down.
Yeah.
But I'm getting all the way back up.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, having an older child was a lot easier for me. She's and like she'll be at home if I have to go do a gig. She's 12.
Yeah.
Cadence is 6. Cooper will make her something to eat.
Wow.
She'll put her to sleep. She'll call and
My
FaceTime me. He's
kid.
like, wow,
Burn
yeah.
the house down.
Okay, well, so when I say make something to eat, I mean put some water in the macaroni and cheese
Yeah, no,
and put
that's
it.
beautiful.
You know what I'm
little
saying?
cereal,
Throw some
those-
sausages in the air fryer.
They'll survive.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't turn the stove
They'll
on.
survive.
Yeah.
But they, you know, she does her thing if she needs to stay home. I've got a sister that lives down the street.
Yeah.
So she comes and checks on them. We've got a big dog.
Yeah,
You know, I feel like I've done all the things that I didn't have. I didn't have a sibling in the household.
Yeah.
So my kids are really, you know what,
Yeah.
sis? Shoot.
Yeah.
You doing
What?
it.
Yeah, I'm
You're
doing
doing
it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Mo? the question I asked her. I know it was a little bit ago.
I'm like, okay, so the thing that I would do that.
So the thing that you said, I'm gonna do this different,
Right.
and when you have kids, you're like, girl, I see why my parents do
Girl,
this. It
bye.
ain't different. Bye.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the thing that you're like, no, I'm doing this different, and I'm proud of myself for raising my boys different.
Okay, so for one thing for sure, I mean, there's definitely a few things, but one thing that stands out is when my kids were little, I was like, I'm not doing no iPad, no media, no nothing like that. When I tell you, like, if I need a break,
Here.
take the damn iPad
Please.
and get out of my face.
Right.
Okay. However, I do still try to limit that, but
For sure.
But there's definitely times where I don't
It's definitely
even think
helpful.
twice about it. Like I don't look at anybody crazy if they got their kid on an iPad. Like I remember I used to think like, damn, how long that kid been on the iPad? No, I don't care.
Yeah.
He been on
All
there
day,
24 hours.
Mom
I
needed
get
a
it.
minute. Okay. Period. So that, and then also just like, my mom used to always say this one phrase, and we used to always be like, what's she talking about? My mom tripping, like, whatever. But it was always like, this is my time, my time.
I
It'd
have
be like,
earned it.
Yeah. Past a certain time at the night, it was like her time. And like, she didn't care what we needed. If you need to go to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom, but you don't speak to me. You go to that bathroom, you get back in that room.
You're
and
alive.
I remember being like, yeah, she's so mean. Like, what the? But like when my kids, like, there's like a time at night where it's like you're just maxed out, and I know that I say that to my kids now. I'm like, this is my time.
Yeah.
You need to go back in your room, and like
Yeah.
whatever you do is whatever you do. Obviously, like they'll be watching TV when they
Yeah.
go to sleep, but like pretty much, I definitely understand my mom so well because she needed that time.
Yeah.
It clicks
Because
now.
if you don't
It
have that
resonates.
time,
Yeah.
So that time was important, and then also, I think the other thing is, I never thought that I would be like a yeller, and that's not something that I enjoy about me.
Yeah, I definitely yell.
But with the boys,
Look, ooh,
I don't feel like
you gotta put
boys
some bass in
hear
your
you.
voice with them, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially as a mom with two boys, and there's not the dad in the home. I mean, definitely dad involvement, but in the home.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I do have to check them a lot, that I didn't ever want to be like that, but I definitely yell. And what I do differently that I think that my mom didn't do that I really needed, and I still think to this day I don't get from her, is just admitting when I'm wrong, apologizing, and acknowledging their feelings when they're upset, even if I don't agree with why they're upset. So like might still be like, I'm sorry that I did that, and I'm sorry that affected you and you're feeling sad about it. I did not intend for you to be sad. I really will have like full conversations with my kids about like how they feel. And I think that my mom just didn't give me that. And
that's
was
a
important.
generational thing.
It
Yeah.
is. It
That's
is.
generational.
It
That
is.
stay
Yeah.
in a child's place.
Yeah.
Don't speak unless you're spoken to.
Yeah.
You
That
got
kinda-
food, you got clothes, you good.
You're fine.
And my kids will check me. They'll be like, Mom, you cut me off, but I was trying to tell you that you hurt my feelings because blah, blah, blah. And
know
I don't
what?
think that I did anything that you should have acted like that. You tripped
It'll
over
have
that
you
thing and you
sit
got
back.
mad at me. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And I'm like, I reacted negatively
you
towards you.
stubbed your toe.
But I stubbed my toe.
and I'm mad at you.
And I was mad at you. And you're right. But I let them check me.
Yeah.
I don't let them check me in a rude way. Because
Yeah.
I still
A
care about how they speak
disrespectful
to me.
way,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I definitely let them, share their feelings without cutting them off. I think that's
love
important.
that.
Yeah.
That's not a
Yeah.
privilege that we had, though.
No.
The 80s
no,
babies?
No.
No.
Like, we
The
didn't.
what babies?
The who?
I don't know nothing about no 80s.
Listen, the
like,
suspenders
what
and
year
long
is that? What year is
socks, ma'am. We didn't like my mom, grandma. Let's say grandma. We want you. You don't say.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You don't
What?
say anything.
Yeah.
What?
Can you imagine?
Or even
And I don't do the like, cause I said so. My
No,
mom always used to do that.
But we were because I said so.
Yeah.
Because I said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I give
nowadays,
explanations and
Yeah.
conversations.
Yeah.
I'm trying at least.
well, it's
Yeah.
not. You don't have anything to explain to your child, but don't you want them to understand? Like
Yeah.
there's a reason.
Yeah.
Why I said no to that. Whether it's because you're trifling and you
Yeah.
didn't clean your room,
Right.
right?
You could-
Okay,
that could be the
That could
reason.
be the
You're
reason.
trifling.
Or because you need to get up and go to school, or also because I'm tired, I don't feel like driving.
Right.
You know, but
Right.
we didn't get that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So you were left just sitting there like, dang, why is it with
Yeah.
this mystery?
Yeah.
Of like all it is just up the street. You could have just took me up.
Right. Right.
So I think that is a generational thing that you
Yeah.
brought that up. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like I was like, not consciously, but subconsciously, I'm gonna talk to my kids.
Yeah.
I want to talk to them.
Yeah.
You know
and
what
I
I
want them to
mean?
feel heard
Yes.
when they speak.
Their voice, like
And
encouraging that.
You're getting to know them and they're getting to know you.
Yes.
Like I'm like when I was young,
Right.
I feel like I'm just now getting to know certain people in my family, even my dad, my mom,
connecting
on a deeper level that's not surface. Yeah. It's like you're giving your kids the opportunity to, you're not only learning them, they're learning you as their parent.
That's right.
You know?
And you're not perfect either.
About like the things that kids remember about their parents, like when they're young, and it's like little things like, you know, their facial expressions when they're upset, or like what they do when somebody treats them badly. Like they remember things like that more than like what you say. So a lot of times, like even just your mannerisms, like my kids would be like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Nothing." They're like, you went and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, well the reason I did, I guess I was kind of annoyed because and then we talk about it.
Body
I don't just be like,
language.
"No, just whatever, don't worry about it." I'll literally be like, "You know what? Now I think about it, I did make that noise. I felt frustrated for that moment because you," and then we have a whole conversation. And sometimes I'd be like, "Damn, they're gonna grow up and think that people are gonna explain themselves, and people don't really care. Like a lot of people aren't.
That's
gonna
not
be that
the real
nice.
world.
The world.
Yeah.
So sometimes I tell them, I'll be like, you know, I'm gonna let you know, I'm explaining it to you, but like don't expect like that everybody will care.
Because they're gonna be like, "Oh, what's wrong?" Asking their boss at work, like, "Get out of my face." But the fact that they have so much sympathy and empathy and like gentleness as young black men in the world is so healthy.
So healthy.
Your boys are just phenomenal, and I can't wait to be around your girls more because I haven't even met the baby. The 6 year, she's not a baby. She's 6 years old.
I can bring her over here so she can draw on your expensive stuff with her Sharpie.
Please, I will meet y'all down the
Girl,
street.
listen. Cadence gonna give you a run. She's my little baby Huey, picking up the table. I don't know why. Yeah, she's so sweet. She would love you.
Yeah.
Auntie B.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come drop them off. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel like you balance business in front of your kids? Like, I was in a relationship once, he who shall remain nameless.
Period.
I know that's
with
right.
men that
We haters like
the child look would almost like mom shame me and use how busy I was with my business to shame me, you know, as a mom.
You're saying your kids would do that?
No,
He would do it in front of the
would do it
kids.
in front of her kids.
So it almost made me internalize, like, dang it, am I working too much? But hold on, but if I don't work, then I can't provide.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, how do you feel about like being on your phone? Do you have a cutoff time? Like with being on the phone, answering something, do you have like a special time with your kids? You know what I mean? Like this is sacred. You know, I know the answer, but I feel like I do because with me, it's always on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's something I struggle with.
Entrepreneurship. Anybody
just
that is
is.
clocking in or has a more scheduled 9 to 5,
They don't get it.
When they're at home, they're off.
Yeah. They're like, I'll check my emails tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's like,
I check.
how?
Yeah,
How you doing that?
Yeah.
What?
That's money.
I'm sending
Yeah.
Jazz ideas at 2 a.m. and she's up. Thankfully, she's a creative and God has placed her in my life that we are both the same and like
Right.
our passions and stuff. But like 3, she's like, I'm up too. I was thinking, like
Right.
we're at 3 a.m. I'm
Right.
like, if I was a mom, like I would be drained.
Well, but
You
your
know?
body gets used to that.
Yeah.
Because that is just how my brain works. You know what I mean? And you get used to
'Cause you're creative.
on and off. My brain, you know.
Visionary, creative.
My brain is going.
Ideas. Yeah.
But as far as like your phone buzzing and you're watching a movie with your babies,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And you're so tempted to,
Yeah.
you know, but I had
still
to,
be present.
but be present. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And dude, who shall remain nameless, he would, you know, there you go on your phone again, you know, and your daughters, they just really need you. But what it was is he was needy.
Right.
Was this,
You know?
was this,
Right.
her dad, or what is this? Like,
Child.
this is a guy you dated?
Somebody I dated after
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dad. Yeah.
So, see, I haven't even done the date. Oh gosh.
See,
See, that's why I'm like, I'm good. Yeah, I don't have a cutoff time, and I don't find it easy to know how to completely like disconnect. But I do try to make like, you know, conscious like time. Like I'll sit down and I watch this like TED Talk. I always talk about TED Talks, but I really like them.
Yeah.
But one was talking about even if you have your phone in your hand, your kids feel that.
They
Like,
do.
They're telling you something and your
Yes.
phone's in your hand. It doesn't matter if you're thinking about it. So I
Yes.
purposely
I
a lot
get
of times will
goosebumps,
like,
yeah.
Yes.
I'll go purposely put my phone down away from me, and then I'll be like, okay, so tell me what you're saying. And in my mind, I'm still thinking like, I wonder what if my client responded or what, you know, but I try to at least like feel very present and like really draw and like take my time. But you you know, it's hard. It really is hard. And that's why being in a 2-parent household is so important.
Yeah.
Because it's like you literally have someone else to sub in. Like, okay, let me check this email. He's coloring or doing whatever. So then they feel there's always like a balance. So it is really hard when it's just you. And that's it's just something that's just inevitable, honestly.
Yeah. Well, y'all said 2-parent household. So y'all don't feel like because of your age, because of your being, you know, having 2 children, that it's too late for y'all. Right?
Man, don't make me cuss.
Period.
Listen.
You can cuss.
I have
Be yourself.
a lot to offer.
And I want you to share that, both of you guys, because y'all are like both like, baby, I'm a
First of all, husband.
I'm 34 and I've had those thoughts.
Look,
so,
it's never too late.
It's never too late.
It is not too late.
Yeah.
First of all, though, single moms got all the snacks. So everybody should understand that we got all the snacks. Okay, we're gonna have the pantry. We got your goldfish. You know what I mean? The fruit snacks, the Capri Suns. You want an applesauce pouch, okay?
See, my problem is you're not coming to my house though.
No,
you're never coming. You're not coming. You're not. My house.
What if it gets serious?
I mean, I guess what if, but like
so you haven't had a serious relationship after having your kids?
No, I mean,
good for you.
So my kids have 2 dads, 2 different dads. So the second dad.
Do yours have the same dad?
And that's
2 different dads.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the second dad was the only serious relationship and was the only relationship after my first son, and then that was it. That's just been it. I mean, I've like talked to guys or something,
but not serious enough to be.
But girl, good for you.
Yeah.
But good for you. You know, and that could go both ways. And I have my own situational guilt from, you know, thinking that you love somebody and then exposing them to your child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have since it's cut.
Yeah.
Like there will be no one else around my kids because doing it. And Cooper, I was a younger mom. I'm in my 20s. You know what I mean? So immediately finding love, and we're together for 4 years, and then the loss of that person is a grief.
Yeah.
You know, and then my second daughter's dad was the next one. The loss of that person. This is a death of a relationship.
Yes.
This is heartbreak that your babies are going through. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for me, I'm a little bit more open to it as far as getting in serious relationships, but bringing them to the house is something that needs to be a boundary until there are definite, when your kids are there.
Yeah.
You know, for me, you know, in the past, actually, I have made a conscious decision to just focus on me and not get physical in relationships at this time. Okay. But so there may not be a reason for them to come to the house. Actually,
now that I think
about it, y'all don't even
what
need
is
to.
she even doing here?
You know what? Let's meet at the park.
Okay.
You know, because that's gonna be better for me and the journey I'm on
right now.
Right now, in this moment,
like on a celibate journey.
I'm on a celibacy journey, and that's the first time I have done that. I mean, in my adult, since I've lost my virginity, I've
never been celibate.
Never
since that day.
No, every day for every hour on the hour, I've thought about it. Yep, something's wrong for sure. It's a challenge though.
Yeah,
it's a challenge that I've recently had to get with my prayer circle about. Like, remove this sex demon.
No, seriously.
Take it out of my body.
Take it out of me.
Because it's not real. It's not real as far as what's in my path.
Right.
It's not what I really want.
It's not aligned with where you're trying to go.
It's that feeling that you have is not real. So just and very recently have I decided.
Like yesterday.
You know,
she's like last
before
week.
I got off the plane, I said, you know, but that as far as it being too late though, like cultivating relationships that are going to add to your life as a mother.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Whether that's providing a solid friendship that your kids can witness. You know what I mean? Because I think male presence is important. You know what I mean? And you don't want just any man around your kid. You want a God-fearing man, hopefully. You know, you want a stable man.
A leader.
You want a leader. You want somebody with some personality. You want him to laugh and do all those things with you, and that's hard.
Are their dads both involved?
My oldest dad actually is very, very involved. And he actually takes on a lot of responsibility with my youngest, which is a blessing. And a lot of that is because he loves Cooper so much.
Yeah.
That Cooper wants her sister around, so he'll a lot of the times come and take them both.
Yeah.
You know, and co-parenting while trying to date is difficult because, again, you have insecure men that don't understand the balance of a co-parenting relationship. Like me and him, we straight. You know, if I say, hey, I need you to come get Cooper, I'm going to be out late. He says, can Cadence come? I'm like, yeah, bet. Thank you. You know what I mean? So those are different things that you do have to consider in trying to start a relationship. But as far as it being too late, nah, you know, and I think it's really important to remember who you are.
Yeah.
And know that you're already somebody's wife.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
But you have to carry yourself as such.
Yeah. You have to believe it. And
you
know
have
it.
to believe it.
Yeah.
I haven't been carrying myself that way.
Wow.
So for whatever reason. And people look at us on the outside. Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. She has this, she has that. She can have every man she wants and any man she wants. That's not true. Because the man that I want has this. You know, he's not going to do me wrong. He's not going to cheat. He's not going to lie. He's not going to do, you know, these are things, but we all have criteria that just this one man is just not going to meet. You know what I mean? So, but being as beautiful as you are, it's a lot harder to date. You know what I mean? You have to weed a lot more out. And so we just have to be more careful, know our worth. But there is someone out there, and I don't think it's too late. I mean, I have a friend that's in her 50s that just got engaged. You know what I mean? I don't want it to take. I ain't trying to wait that long.
But I still believe.
You know what I mean? But I still believe. Lordy, I believe.
So any ladies out there that are, you know, you feel like your time.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
It's not
too late.
And I feel like when you focus on yourself and like get your money. You know what I mean? Get your money.
Like you said, your money, your mind, your heart, the internal part. Yeah.
Please.
And really the mind and the heart.
Yeah.
The mind, and we don't talk about mental health enough either.
Yeah.
Especially in mothers and women in general. You see a lot of women and beautiful women struggling with severe depression.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we use men and sex, food, you know, a lot of things
to make us happy. And when it's gone, now you're back to
square one. And actually, you might be to square negative too.
Yeah.
Because that might have taken you back several steps.
Yeah.
You were on your way to trying to do better. You were going to church. Your edges was growing back. You know what I'm saying? Your skin is looking good.
Yep.
And then here he comes.
It can't be dependent upon that.
It can't. Yeah. So you have to be a whole person. You have to take care of that depression. You know, get close with God. Get your spiritual journey in line. And I have not done that yet. I saw your podcast and it brought me to ugly snot tears.
Which one?
Where you said you just got to know Jesus 10 months ago.
Lecrae.
You were talking to Lecrae.
Yeah.
And it made me, my grandma was a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
We was at the meetings.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And while I love God and I know Jesus, I read the Bible, I know, you know what I mean? I go to church. I haven't fully walked in the wholeness of my spiritual journey either.
In the relationship.
And leaned on him for my success with my business. There's fear that overcomes my body. PTSD. Yeah. And fear is not of the Lord at all. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there are things that I know I just have to work on for me, so that the man that I attract is going to be whole.
It can be the right one.
And can be the right one for me. I'm tired of bumping my head. I'm sick of tripping down the stairs with these dudes. They're just not worth it. And I feel like the man that's for me is going to be obvious. Yeah. It's going to be so obvious. There will be no confusion. Yeah. There will be no question where he is. There's going to be no, are we together or are we not? Because it doesn't matter. He respects you. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He's going to know.
And he's going to know.
He's going to be very clear on who you are to him. Mm-hmm. And Mo, you kind of like the opposite. You're like, I'm chill. Not the opposite, but like in this season. You're very much like, I'm good. Yeah. Like,
I think it's hard for me to even imagine like giving any part of me to a man because I'm so focused on, you know, business and just growth in life in general.
That's a good place to be though. Yeah.
But then also like, I think I also have like the reservations of like, how would it even work? Like you
think there's some fear there?
I think there's fear and insecurity. Yeah. Because, I have like my youngest son's dad and I he's not an easy person for me. Okay. And so I always feel like why would I invite someone into a life that's less than ideal for a normal human? You know what I mean? Like
you're already choosing for them.
Yeah. And I do that and I don't know why. I think that's like something I'll probably eventually, you know, I probably have to like go talk to somebody about that, but that's something for me. I'm like
therapy.
Therapy needed.
We get some help.
Because it's not that I don't get, you know, people asking me on dates or I don't get this or I don't get that. It's not that I don't see myself. I see myself getting married, but I'm like, okay, I need to get past this like just thoughts of like, gosh, why would I want to have sex? Because what's crazy is I like I know people that literally have had like come into situations where they're like 5 kids and
Yep.
2 baby daddies and
Yep.
stress all over the place and like all these type of things. And the man's like, I don't care, I'm here for you.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's so beautiful. And I'm like, anyway, I'm not gonna do that. You know, like I don't really see that. I see.
Or you don't believe it could happen for you?
I believe it could happen for me, but I don't know. That's a good question. I have to probably think about the answer to that.
Subconsciously,
Like,
maybe
actually,
you,
do
yeah.
I?
I think I believe it could happen for me,
But
I think I have to be strong enough to even like allow someone to
the trust
be
factor.
bothered by. I don't know. I just always think of
Yeah.
it like an inconvenience. I think I felt like an inconvenience a lot of my life about a lot of things. So I think for me, it's like, is that inconvenient to somebody else? Like, why would I bring them into the situation? And then there's like, you know, this guy like with no kids and like he's just this really good looking guy. And I'm like, why? No, I am not about to have you in my life.
But is that a societal structure that's been placed on us though?
Yeah, probably.
Do you feel like that's a
Probably, yeah.
standard that's been put out, that like there's some stereotype
Yeah.
stuff with, you know, moms and
Yeah.
a lot of dudes and
or women losing their value after certain
Correct,
things
like,
that
why?
men don't lose their value.
How come dude can have 8 baby mamas and do all of that, you know?
With no questions.
Nuts.
You know, no question.
Yeah.
And you don't know how broke he is with having to pay each one of them child support and doing all
Right.
that. You know what I mean? That's, you know, and a lot of us need to address that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because that's something that you're going through mentally in therapy, number one.
Yeah.
I've been in
Yeah.
therapy for years.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I myself struggle with depression. You know what I mean? Nobody would know that because I'm confident
up.
on camera.
Yeah.
I show up for everybody. I'm
Yep.
never gonna be the one to say, man, I just had a bad day, I can't come in today.
Right.
Right.
I have to show up.
Bad day or not. Yeah.
Bad day or
yeah.
hey man, wipe it off.
Yeah.
Get up.
Get up.
Put your J's on.
Yeah.
It's time to go dance with these kids.
Yeah.
So, you know, but that might be something that you do need to work out.
Yeah.
Because you are worthy of love, you know what I mean? And maybe subconsciously
so
inside.
fucking
Yeah. You're so dope.
so
You're beautiful in every single
baby,
way.
He like, this is not an inconvenience. You are a light in my
No,
life.
my children
Like,
are not
I
an
can't-
inconvenience.
What?
Yeah, you're
They're
not an inconvenience because
Yeah.
that man that comes around, he's gonna be strong enough.
Yeah.
Right.
And his mentality
Right.
is gonna be one that will support you.
Yeah.
Right.
And not just you and your kids, but in anything that you want to do.
Right.
And I do think that exists.
Yeah.
It
You know what I
does.
mean? I
It
do think
does.
that exists. I think that we're straying a little bit further, and I think that our window closes a little bit, but that doesn't mean that it's shut.
Yeah.
I always
You know
think in
what
my
I'm
mind,
saying?
like, okay, when my kids are older, they're pretty much self-sufficient. I can leave them by themselves.
Okay.
Then I'll be like in the perfect dating spot. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing to be like, oh, everybody's like, you're going to be like 50, you'll be like 45, you'll be like, and I'm like, yeah. But
Oh, do you mean
okay.
older, like
I'll
in
be
their
lit.
teens, like 18, 17?
I mean, I think like maybe, yeah.
No,
Girl.
And she's like,
Girl.
married with kids.
Yeah, like, I just feel like, yeah.
No.
Especially with boys, like, you know, they don't want me to date anybody anyway. And like,
Mo.
That's your business.
I told you, like, the whole dad situation, like the jealousy, the freaking
You got to set your boundaries.
tantrums
'Cause that's-
with that.
The
Yeah.
quicker you set
I mean,
your
because I
boundaries.
had one time I tried to date.
Okay.
Since I've been completely single for this past, like, big chunk. And
What's that big chunk?
that
How
was
long
just
we
a
talking?
Like 5 years. Yeah.
But see, that's what it is, though. That one time done scarred you. You were like,
You made it so dramatic.
I will never do this.
What's
Let me
happening?
just keep the peace. Let me
Yeah.
just go along. You
And it was
know?
like a 2-month quick little thing, you know, and he just, I mean, that was a big deal.
Oh my God, that
But-
just happened to me, girl.
Really?
Girl, somebody swooped in and for 6 weeks had me sick, child. Child said all the right things, stay off the maps.
oh my God.
He said all the right things, honey. He studied me.
He was on an app?
He was on an app. He studied me. He studied me and he sold me.
a dream.
He sold me. That boy lied. And he had several. So it's just, and that PTSD for me now is probably what I needed to get my shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because honestly,
Hitting that rock bottom.
because look,
Yep.
because that feeling of almost having exactly what you thought you wanted, you know, you feel like, man, I could love you so hard and forever. And he's telling you he could do the same.
No, I didn't feel. I
He's
didn't have
playing.
that, but-
She's like, it wasn't that.
That
but
wasn't-
yeah.
Oh,
But I
this one
feel
was.
you.
And child, all you gotta do is say it to me, and I'd be like, for real?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in my past, and it's not that you're desperate, but you do want to feel the love, and you do want to. It feels good. It's exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as that PTSD, I know that can send you into, hey, bruh, I'm straight.
I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah. I get it now. God, thank you, Jesus. I won't do it again.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I feel like 5 years is a long time, sis. Yeah, 5 years.
You haven't dated in 5 years, seriously.
Seriously? No.
Wow. I mean, I'm around now. It's about been 3.
Yeah.
Really?
I've been chilling.
Yeah.
Am I a serial dater?
I wish I was.
Possibly,
I don't want to.
But I'm not even meeting people. I mean, I talk to people, but not.
I'm like, where are you? Are you on the app?
No, it's well,
Or men walking up to you in
She said,
person?
well, yeah.
So I will be off and on because I am very busy. I am very busy.
But do you meet men in person?
Yeah.
See, I don't. Men don't walk up to me and be like,
no.
They rarely do. We got weird.
You said we got weird.
We got weird, yeah. As humans, we got weird with the social interaction.
Very much so.
Stuff got weird.
Yeah.
So that's why the online and picking people online becomes so much easier. But it's also destroying us and making us strange.
Yeah. Because people will look.
It's making us odd.
And there's that connection. And I'm like, okay, he's gonna come talk to me.
He's not going to.
He's not going to.
No,
he's not
going to say anything.
Yeah.
The men are not going to say anything. And I recently had a conversation with a group of men that said that they might see somebody they're attracted to at the gym, but they're not going to bother her.
Nuts.
Because they feel like they're there to work out. They're going to be at the gym.
No, we're there trying to be cute to
we're there
find
trying
a
to be
husband.
cute, and we might want a workout partner. I mean, come on.
Might want a husband.
Right? You know what I mean? But there's so many more opportunities to meet somebody now, but it is scary.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are out there just to get their needs met.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're out to get their needs met.
Yeah.
So you do have to guard your heart a little bit. But I think, be open for the opportunity. You're so gorgeous.
Well, I'm 34 and they 50,
Right.
so I got a little time.
Hold on, wait a minute. Oh,
I was like, us?
who, me?
I'm just
child,
kidding. First of
wait a
all,
minute.
we the same age at this point. 34.
Right.
I'm about to be 35. We're in the same.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I feel like young guys are the ones that always try to talk to me, and that's also
That
thing
happens
for
a
me.
lot.
Really?
And it's a no.
And I'm like,
It ain't a
maybe
no for me.
I need to
It's a
start
hard no.
marketing my
No,
age.
ma'am.
Like putting exactly
No.
like, how old are you?
No.
Come on, little boy.
I'm about to call you by
I'm
your
just kidding,
government
not little boy.
name.
The idea sounds
Look,
like,
young
oh,
man,
that'd be
pull
fun.
your pants up. Y'all.
Young man.
The other day,
What?
I literally said to a boy that had baggy pants on, I was like, you are too handsome for your pants to be that low.
Oh my
Pull your
God.
pants up.
You're
You
getting
are-
old.
What?
Auntie.
As I was
Auntie
talking,
B.
I was like, shut up.
Auntie B.
You sound
You did.
like a grandma. I was like, you are so handsome.
You got some hard
Pull
candies in your purse?
Oh my God.
Here is a butterscotch
The
candy.
strawberry
and-
candies with the center in them?
Right.
Oh, girl.
My God. The fact that I said that to this man, but yeah, I'm 34, so maybe 27.
Don't do it.
27 is not bad.
Oh, my God.
You're 40.
That's...
I feel like I would go. I
Girl,
would
start
go.
sweating.
I was like, I do 25.
I would do
Look,
27.
Mo is lit.
You would do 27?
Yeah, I would do 27.
I would
They're
do
going to be a
20.
homosexual.
No,
What's
what?
that?
You don't know what a homosexual is?
No.
They,
You made that up.
no, it's a word.
Don't
Okay.
get us
It is
canceled.
in the dictionary, bro.
What
No.
does it mean?
It's a homosexual.
What does it mean?
What's a hobo?
Like a homeless person.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? What is that? What are you talking about?
He homeless. He need a place to stay.
No, there are dudes with like there's dudes. With
Successful
I'm playing for y'all. Gas me, okay?
Yeah,
I
you
know
already know.
it's some nice men
She
out
said
here.
it. Don't take it on me
It's
now.
it's some men in their 20s right now that have been raised right. They're very sweet. They're not just for me though. Like with all the things I come with, they haven't lived enough life.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
had enough experience
Yeah.
to be able to handle.
Yeah.
All this
I
woman.
just say
all
like
this
27
woman.
I wouldn't want to block anything because I'd be
Yeah,
like, you know, if
for
I
sure.
speak that,
It's rare.
then it's
but
like, I wouldn't say never.
Yeah.
But however, I would prefer obviously someone 30
For
and
sure,
up.
for
Like
sure.
under that, obviously.
Just 30
I
and
would
up.
do
I had to get
27.
closer to the mic.
What is your limit?
Just
What are you
30?
doing? Like 45 and up?
You want Denzel?
Oh, Denzel is cute.
I know, he might
I
have.
know. Hey,
Can
He's
you
married.
do an older man?
I know.
Like,
He's faithful too. I love it.
can you do like an older man? Like how? Like what's
No.
60?
No,
No,
ma'am.
Martin Lawrence is he fine? He's 60. Wait, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith? I would date a Will Smith.
Will Smith
Is 60.
is no, he's not.
He about to be?
No.
In a couple years.
Stop it, stop.
Somebody Google Will Smith's
Why are
age.
you so extra? Like that is not even close.
I'm rounding up.
It might be.
Yeah.
He's
Martin
close.
Lawrence is
Yeah.
69. 56. That
I
man
would-
is
I
about
would
to be
do-
60.
B.
I would do older for sure.
Okay.
Okay, the youngest for me.
Martin's 59, you guys. I'm sorry.
You said 69.
Whatever.
I was
I'm
like, damn,
thinking
you
about
looking
sex.
good.
Wow.
69. Okay. I ain't had sex in 2 years.
Oh my goodness, good for you, sis. Good for you.
Thanks.
That's awesome. I'm not.
Thanks, bitch. I don't like it.
Ooh. Can't even wear leggings no more. I gotta wear baggy pants.
So,
Baggy?
so he has to be older for you.
He's got to be. Yeah.
I feel like
I've got
older-
trauma with younger dudes. I've got trauma.
I've got trauma with old men.
But look, they all doing it. Yeah. So I guess Okay, so 35
All right.
35 to 48.
27 to 50.
Oh, that window.
I mean,
27
yeah.
to 50? How old is
Not
Idris
for you,
Elba?
B.
He
I'm not. I
fine.
don't approve.
I couldn't date Idris Elba. I love you.
hold on
I
now.
love you, Serena. I love his wife. She followed me. Girl, you know, I'm just playing.
You know what? Actually, okay.
He 52.
Is he in the gym?
Is just Elba
Yes.
52?
Does he drink his protein?
What about Mark Wahlberg?
Now hold on.
Wahlberg.
He is
Where
fine.
did that come from?
Is he in his 50s?
I've been following him. Morris Chestnut, 55.
See, these are, yeah.
But
we
these
can
are
do
also 90s
These are
men
yeah.
that
So
were-
these are the ones we
that's
already
gone,
looking
that generation.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Mark
I think
Wahlberg,
48.
53, fine. I think he married. He loved Lord. All these men are married, but yes, I'm manifesting my husband.
He's out there.
All right, you guys. As you guys can see, girl talk gets crazy over here at
Crazy.
LTTA.
This is light.
Huh?
This is light. We're doing good.
I know it's good.
It's good.
We're
We
doing
haven't-
good.
yeah.
And y'all wanted more of these conversations. Number one, 2 questions. If you want more girls talk on the couch, comment below. And if you are older, 35, let's say 30, my age and up, 35 to 40, and you feel like your window has passed, you are not alone. You guys, we have time. We are fine. We are aging like fine wine. Comment below your
Successful.
experience. Tell us your story. We are successful, beautiful black women. Okay,
Period.
kids are not with kids, without kids.
Look,
What?
we doing
fine.
it.
We doing it. Okay.
Owning businesses.
So before we go,
Yes.
tell me something that you would try again. What would you try again? Either in motherhood,
Okay.
entrepreneurship, or just in life in general.
Ooh, you go first.
What, like I tried this, you know what? Even though I might have PTSD, even though this might didn't work, even though maybe it did work, I would try this again.
I would try a relationship again.
Duh.
And I would try to, I don't know. That's a hard one.
What did you want to say?
I don't know. I was like, hold on, skip that. Okay.
I would try
Cut
that
it.
again, but I'm not saying
No,
that.
'cause wow, that's a deep question. And how do you even?
I feel like I'm someone that never says I won't try something again. I never say something like affected me to where I'm like scarred for life.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine something that I wouldn't try again that I've ever done in my whole entire life.
You're like,
to
I'm
be
open to
honest.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
you
love
know that about me. I'm for real.
Yeah, she's fired.
Like I'll
Yeah.
just do it whatever.
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like
So,
Africa tomorrow.
I'll
I'm like,
try
yeah.
everything. Yeah. I don't really
Yeah,
regret anything. I would try everything. I mean,
That's good.
I wouldn't like, go on a moped in Spain with my, I did that randomly with somebody that couldn't drive a moped and got in an accident.
You did do that.
That's like one thing
So
I
you
wouldn't
wouldn't try
do.
again because you already did that.
Yeah, I got hurt.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
Yeah,
Do you?
I have one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to
I'm
share.
not-
it.
We're-
Okay, that's
we're
fine.
waiting.
That's fine.
We can do that later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's a cliffhanger.
You,
I know.
You know it, but it's like
Okay,
the one
okay.
thing. Yeah. that was a
LTTA.
different one. Yeah.
LTTA. I say yeah, LTTA talk. I don't even know what to talk
Okay,
about.
period.
Yeah.
Okay, that make people subscribe. You got to
Right?
subscribe to hear her story.
I got a lot of stories. Ooh, I got a lot of stories.
Right.
But yeah.
Try again.
Yeah. Anything in life.
Like when I was younger.
Dating younger.
Oh yeah.
You would try
said you
that
got
again.
PTSD from that.
Okay.
Okay.
She's like, don't.
I did just say 35, and that's 4 years younger than me. So it sounds like that's something that I would be open to trying again.
It sounds
It
like
sounds like
what I gather from
what I
you're
gathered
saying
from my
is-
previous aforementioned comment is that I would probably try to date younger again, because the truth is, a man is a man,
And a good
Yeah.
person is
and
a good person.
is a good
Yes.
person.
and you have a young spirit.
Yeah,
do.
That must be the kids working with those babies. Because,
Okay.
I love the babies. I
Right.
love working with the babies. And I do think dancing keeps me young and performing.
Yeah.
And my man is going to have to, if he ain't young, he going to have to act it.
For sure.
Because I got all the jokes.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Have
to
a
sit
little
up and watch all
personality.
movies. Yes.
Right.
I like to
You've got to have the
radish.
personality. You can't be dry and old and falling asleep.
Yeah.
Get up.
Right. Like, we
Get
still
up.
turning up.
Yeah, Harold.
Right. Right here.
Herb.
Like, we still might go to the strip club, leave at 8 a.m. Like, I still might
Like,
I don't know.
leave.
See, I'm going to be asleep at the strip club.
See, I still got that in me. I
she still got it in her.
Do you?
Yeah.
Girl,
I don't do it often,
she's
but
like,
when
I
I
would.
do, I
Right.
will.
It'd
yeah.
be 10:30 and I'd be like, y'all
Yeah.
ready to hit the trail or
Right.
what?
I have to really be enjoying myself, but I don't do it.
Yeah, wow. Well, maybe we need to go out.
Okay.
You need to light
Liven
my fire
us up.
again.
Right.
We were
Liven
talking
us
about getting more into friendships.
Right.
You know what I mean? And shoot,
Yeah.
that subject just came up somewhere. Maybe we'll talk about it later.
Okay, do you have any regrets?
Do I have any regrets?
life.
Any regrets?
I don't think I have any.
I'm going to be honest. You know what? I was about to be like, I didn't move to LA, but that's not a regret. That's a shoulda, coulda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my shoulda, coulda actually still happened. I still did stuff in LA after kids.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I made it happen for myself.
Yeah.
So, and I think I did that so that I wouldn't have regrets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I took my kids with me. You know what I mean? So, do I have regrets?
No.
I don't think so.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't
Good.
think so. I think I'm settled in, a lot of the choices I've made do wake me up at night. Regret is a strong
Yeah.
word though.
Yeah.
Because
I know what you're talking about.
lessons.
I didn't know.
I want to know when we get off.
Yeah.
Nosy.
I'm left out.
I didn't think about it. I was
Yeah.
like, she's like, I'm like, do I? But, all right, you guys, this is such a good episode of the
It
Let's Try This
was.
Again podcast. More girl talk, just bringing friends on the couch, bringing people together, having conversations. I'm not a mom yet. Pray over my womb. The baby's already in there. Yes, God bless my
Girl,
babies.
you better wait.
I know. I'm
Slow
a
down.
wait. I'm not in no
Yeah.
rush. I'm not in no rush. But just to bring mothers on the couch, I know tons of mothers follow me. Women who are in their 40s plus, women who are younger, women who might feel like they lost time, women who are in their position that I can't necessarily speak to, from experience. So I'm glad you guys came on.
Thank you
and
for
shared
having
your
us, Dee.
stories.
We
It
love
was
you.
Camille and Monica share. If you guys want more of this, just put it in the comments. And yeah, we will see you guys next week on the Let's Try This Again podcast. Love you guys.
Yay.
Bye. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Let's Try This Again podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and share the podcast. Until next time, stay resilient and remember, I love you guys. Mwah.